morning, everybody on YouTube land. I wanted to share something with you that I was thinking about since the other day, posting that last video I did about if I could go to the ends of the earth, how I would do it. And I want to tell you, on the way to work this morning, I'm going to install a wind turbine for a customer on a rooftop on a cabin, and put the mount in and hopefully get most of the finished work in place today. And I was thinking about it, is that, the plan that I put together the other day and presented, it caught a lot of hate speech and etc. And man, people just don't understand the reason that people in faith community, the reason that we push this issue so hard is because when you hide the true nature of the earth, you're hiding the Most High Yah from the people. That's why that we are pushing so hard back on this issue. But I was thinking about it. There is a way to end this debate so quick that it make people's heads spin. And I kind of feel dumb in a sense that I put so much effort into what I said the other day. Not that I put so much effort into it, is that it would take so much logistics as opposed to option B. And I guess sometimes you've got to really think a lot of things through to take a step back and be like, oh, hey, we could just go this route and it'd be much quicker. And you say, well, what is that? Well, it's really simple. I think the coastline of Antarctica, and I'm just running the numbers in my head right now because I'm driving down the road, but I think it's somewhere between like 12,000 to 14,000 miles, the overall coastline of the so-called continent on the globe, right? So I'm going to be really generous to the globies, to the globalists, and I'm going to say that it's 20,000 miles. All right, we're going to give that extra mileage, so we're just going to say it's 20,000 miles. So we take a ship down there, and I think it was Captain James Cook. I'm pretty sure it was Captain James Cook, and also I can't think of the captain after Civil War or around that time that took the other ship down there and done the same thing that Captain Cook done. But anyway, I think it was those two. Sailed it, the perimeter, and couldn't find no inlet, passage, no nothing, just the wall. And it was 60,000 miles, I believe, is what they logged, the full circumference that they ran it. Now, that would give credence and would affirm the flat earth under a firmament dome. You don't need to go to the edge and touch the edge of the firmament itself. You don't need to do anything. You don't even need to set foot on the wall itself. You just need to go 60,000 miles around the circumference. And it's done. This debate is over forever. And the reason being is Antarctica has been, taught in the classroom forever. It has been educated. It has been apparently traversed from the South Pole back and across and every which way in between and blah, blah, blah. And there's X amount of coastline and blah, blah, blah. Well, fine. That's what you said. Now, it is notated. We have got your written statement. We've got the measurements. We've got everything. That's fine. That's great. Thank you for your input. That's our turn. So you hop in a boat and you cruise that sucker 60,000 miles. You video the whole trip, time lapse it, whatever you want to do. I mean, the main thing is that night and day, that it never lapses. And you take witnesses from scientific community, members of nations, I don't care, whatever you got to do, whatever would suffice to the public to get them to shut their hole forever and just consent that it's flat, that would end it. And I mean, that's super cheap. I mean, I think, you're talking something in the millions, maybe the hundreds of thousands of dollars instead of billions of dollars for something like I had proposed the other day. And I hate that I didn't think about that beforehand. But you really got to sit down sometimes and think about things before you come back to the table and be like, you know what, there's a better way. And I mean, that is the most easiest way. No permit required. You don't need to ask no nation for no approval. Just get in your friggin' boat, drive it, film it, present it, be done with it. and let the card table, the house of cards fall. That's like throwing a rock in a glass house, man. I mean, the ceiling is friggin' coming down, and it's beautiful. And I think it's something that like the flat Earth community should definitely rally around. Not because not because I'm proposing to doing it. It's just because of the simplicity of it. I mean, I honestly don't know why somebody hasn't already done it. I feel very ignorant to the fact that I didn't even think that out sooner. Because I mean, it's a brilliant idea. I don't care if you want to make fun of people in the flat Earth. If I wanted to prove flat Earth community wrong, like that would be one of the easiest ways of doing it. Is because if you could sail it and you only got like 14,000 miles, it's over. It's done. If you end up with 60,000 miles, it's time to sit down and face the music, But yeah, I mean that's really all I have to say on the subject this morning. I just thought about it, after the fact. Some ideas there in consideration, and I mean, folks, I will say this real quickly because I got a few minutes before I get out the job site today. I see a lot of people, and they say, they'll come over to the YouTube channel just to laugh at me because that I'm a flat earther. Now, I catch a lot of slack for other things, like supporting the true Hebrew Israelite descendants of Abraham, and a lot of other things. I mean, I can just go on. Keeping the Looney Solar Scriptural Biblical Calendar, people lose their ever-loving mind. But I think flat Earth, I still stand behind it. I think it's one of the most controversial things that people have an issue with on my YouTube channel. And I don't know if you think that, like, shaming me, or trying to disrespect me or belittle me or blah 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 whatever is going to make me stop. It just fuels me. Like I don't know if y'all are, and I'm just saying this to the haters out there, I don't know if y'all are so weak-minded that you think that like berating people and belittling them and bashing me. Dude, I love your comments. I love your comments. Please hate on me, okay? Because it just helps the YouTube videos grow. It helps the channel go. I mean, if I got constantly liked on every video and did get some dislikes, I mean, that wouldn't be organic traffic. I mean, I thank you guys for showing up. Because one day, I'll say this and then I'm going to get to work, is the good thing about this is in this lifetime, if the proof is never shown to people that the world is flat under a firmament dome, and so many other things that I presented, that if you go and look into it, just the curvature drop with the flat earth thing should be enough to end that debate with people. Because, I mean, like the Chicago skyline, 60 miles across or whatever, you can still see it, and etc. And we could just go on and on. I mean, like, a lot of these things should just be settled, but they're not. You love your lies more than truth, okay? But I think that, honestly, no matter what, even if people don't understand who the true Hebrews are until the new kingdom comes, people ain't keeping the true Sabbath until the new kingdom comes. If people don't know the true nature of the earth until the new kingdom comes, it ain't gonna matter. I mean, it matters, but as far as like your mentality, it's going to be shown one day. Like, these truths are going to be solidified for all eternity, and you can either accept it or you can reject it. But I assure you of this, that there's going to be many people get roasted one day. And when I say roasted, I don't mean like, oh, I got one over on you. I mean like literally turned to ash, because that you wouldn't get in line with the Most High Yah's word, and you wouldn't get in line with the Most High Yah's kingdom. So, I mean, I don't care if you like it or not. I really don't. And I don't care about your opinions either, for the, those that want to hate out there. I do this YouTube channel out of love. I am a highly educated individual. I work for myself. I make good money, and I don't say any of this to brag or be arrogant. I could be living under a bridge just right up here in Knoxville, like the people that we go help on New Moon Day, and help feed the homeless. Hey, just right down the road here, all right? Because I'm working in Knoxville today. And, I could be like one of them people tomorrow in a heartbeat. But you know what? I know this, I have been very well educated in the school system. Went to technical college, all that stuff, all right, tech school, and the whole 9 yards. I'm not a fool. I can take the information that is presented out there today, logically set down, crunch the numbers, take the things that the globalist has presented, and see that it don't stand up. And folks, listen, if the world was a globe, bad. But it's not. And so that's why I present this information. That's why I share these things. That's why this morning, I mean, like, of all mornings in my life, when it comes to the flat earth, this is the most simplest way to settle this debate for all of eternity. It is. It'd be done. I mean, like, dude, I could just see the newscast that day. The world is a flat under a firmament dome. I mean, like, dude, it would flip people's script upside down. But, I mean, chances of it getting out there, slim to none. But, I mean, a man can dream. So that said, guys, I'm going to go and put a wind turbine up and try to make $1. And until we see you again here at the channel, I hope you have a most blessed day. And Yahushua.